Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with Screenwriter's Rant on World War Z Aftermath. It's another game. Takes place after World War Z. And it looks like a pretty okay zombie game. You know, World War Z, from what I've read about the book, was a really cool book. I worked with guys who spent a long time talking about doing comics or games related to World War Z. And then, you know, it made big money, so it got into the Hollywood pipeline, and for whatever reason, they produced that Brad Pitt movie that didn't seem to really be much of a zombie movie when you get right down to it. There were moments in it, sure, but a lot of these Hollywood guys, they just don't care about the audience. They just don't care about the fans. This is what they want. See all these zombies climbing off and people shooting them. That's what they want to see. They want to see cool scenes like that. You know? And yeah, there should be a story, and I'm a guy who's always very story bound, but you know, you got to give the fan service. I mean, what the hell else is a zombie movie? If there's not a scene where the zombies come and attack and a guy mows them down with a machine gun or a machete or whatever, then why'd you make this movie? You know? Or something. You know, Shaun of the Dead didn't have a machine gun in it, but had plenty of scenes of people fighting zombies that were fun. I'm not a big fan of the boss zombies. I'm thinking there's a couple of boss zombies in here, but they're looking to be pretty close. See, this is the boss zombie here. He's like an armored guy, which makes sense, right? Like, it's not that he's a super-powered guy. It's just that he was wearing body armor when he turned. It's got the sort of feel of the movie in that you got swarms. I like the swarms. I think they move a little too fast for zombies. You know, I've always sort of said that. Although in this game you can kind of stand out in the middle of them and fight them. So, okay. Sure. You know, you got to give the players a chance. This is kind of cool. They did this in Dying Light. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Dying Light. With the zombies in the hazmat suits. I mean, look. They've got a million zombies games. This is just a decent brand, and it's got guys with different weapons. This is the knife guy, and they got a shotgun guy, and you know, it's all the usual guys. But the graphics look cool. The zombies look uniform, which I like. I like that the zombies are mostly the same. I don't like a lot of boss zombies. I think the boss zombies are often stupid. This one I can accept, body armor zombie, as like a boss guy, you know. Or a zombie, I don't know, with a machine gun or whatever. There's a guy with a bunch of needles in him. I mean, so there's a lot of fun stuff here. I think it'll be a decent game if the gameplay holds up. You know, as terms of a story, I think the movie struggled with a decent story. You know, World War Z as a property probably wasn't meant to be a movie. You know, it wasn't really meant to be a movie. You know, one of the things, I believe this was World War Z, is they had a night where they, I'm trying to remember correctly, because I'm hearing it secondhand, but I didn't read it, but there was like a bunch of army guys, and then they lined up and just snipered guys all night as fast as they could sniper zombies. It was just like a big row of them, and it just went on for hours as the guys are just sniping, and the bodies are just piling up, and the bullet shells are like piling up. I mean, that's the probably one addition to World War Z in zombie lore, that it actually uses the military might against the zombies, unlike a lot of the other ones, which just either ignores that or just says, well, the army gets overrun and there's nothing they can do about it. See, there's a lot of different settings here, too, just like in other games. So, I mean, it's cool. Personally, I for me, in terms of games, Left 4 Dead kind of set the bar, because that to me is It's the funnest of the game. It's got the perfect balance because it's based on a movie. It's cinematic, and that's what I like, obviously, movies. Because this is based on a movie that wasn't so great, the movie portion of it hardly matters to me. You got Walking Dead, which I hear is okay, but that feels like a drama. So, here's the zombie game I want. I keep requesting this. I want all the zombies to be the same. I want them to be slow, because zombies should be slow. And I want there to be a lot of them, and I want there to be a finite amount of them. Right? So I want to be able to, if I'm strategic enough in my resources and whatever, I can kill all the zombies. I want to be able to clear out areas and have them keep relatively clear. Right? Unless, maybe it's like a strategy game. You clear out an area, you put up some barriers, and then you have to go to sleep and eat and stuff. And then you have to clear out the next area in order to get the food and the ammo that you need to keep surviving. That to me would be fun. Clearing out areas. And then being alerted, if you did, eventually if you let an area go and you run back into it thinking it's clear, the zombies could potentially push their way into it. Possibly. It would be based on various parameters within the game. But, and this is all very cinematic and cool, but I want the gameplay to be more strategic. That's a cool shot. But I think this will be fine. I think this will be a perfectly fine game. I think it'll be better than the movie. So, World War Z coming this summer, I guess. So check it out. I'm not going to give it an upvote. It's probably not that good. I'll wait for the gameplay trailer. In the meantime, that's it for me and Little Joan. Check us out at Bitchute and Rumble for today's Hollywoke hot take and, of course, your news blast. We do much longer videos on Bitchute and Rumble because we can talk about whatever we want. Right, Joan? Oh, Joan goes off. Joan goes off in the other videos. You say some pretty spicy stuff, doggy. Anyhow, we'll see you tomorrow.